Hey guys, what's up? It's Jake, and today I am here happier with DayZ than I have been in probably the past, gosh, I don't even know, 6 months it feels like, because the 0.63 stress test #1 actually happened yesterday. I believe early in the morning. I say yesterday, I hope this video comes up today on the 25th. If it doesn't, you're watching this on the 26th then. Either way, I'm glad to see you guys watching the video, and welcome to my channel. Anyways, so some of you guys got to try it yesterday, and if you did, make sure to tell me your thoughts in the comment section down below, and if you didn't, you might be here wondering, well, when is the next one, you know, how can I better prepare for it? And while I can't answer exactly when the next one is, I can guarantee that, not guarantee, but the devs have said there will be more this week, so keep your eyes on the Twitter, and keep your eyes on the official forums, possibly Reddit even, especially if Reddit's your easiest way of noticing. I'm sure people will be talking about it on their Reddit. Really loves to get hyped up about small things. Good for them, though. I'm part of that community, I guess. Anyways, guys, so on top of that, there is a process you will need to go about to prepare your DayZ game for downloading this branch if you have not already, and I will also be going through how to do that later in the video, but this video is also about reviewing the status report, which is basically a status report over stress tests and how the one yesterday went, with a little bit of future information on DayZ 0.63/beta. So welcome to the video. First off, I want to review just a little bit on how the stress test went yesterday. So, as far as the dev team says, they want to push changes over the next couple of stress tests, and yesterday's did not have a lot of key features such as leaning, I believe scopes, and like zombies. I mean, there's a lot of other features we knew wouldn't be there, but those are just a few worth commenting on for any of you that were curious and haven't seen any other footage. If you want to see some really good footage of the stress test, make sure to go check out JackOn72, or Jake-On, sorry, I can't pronounce that too well. He has a very good set of gameplay. I actually was not able to get to it. I had a test here in university and was not able to play this test, or the stress test, so rip me, but it's okay. They said they had 25 server crashes across all 52 servers and over 3,000 players. Now, those are just the reported ones. I don't know if they missed any, but apparently that's not that many, which I understand. I mean, actually, I'm sure there's server crashes occasionally in the stable branch of DayZ, so for only 25 to happen on the very first iteration of a public test with thousands of players, as they said, they are happy with the first iteration in this case. And if you encountered any client crashes, they've got a feedback tracker you can find on their forums, on their Twitter, on Reddit, etc. Very easy to get to, and that's that. Also, they said that there were some big issues with battle eye kicks affecting everybody, which they couldn't have seen this issue coming, except it says that it's almost impossible to test internally. They need thousands of players. So if anybody's curious on the purpose of these stress tests, to sum it up quickly, the idea is they cannot, they don't have thousands of employees, so to test the effects of like thousands of random people on random servers, doing random things like shooting guns at random spots. I keep saying random, but the idea is that like having a bunch of people just do whatever they want to do in the game is the only way to really test things out the best way, and that's what they did yesterday, and apparently it went pretty dang well. You can check Reddit, you can check YouTube comments, and you'll see there's a lot of positivity about the stress test. One review people gave that was bad was the fact that they don't like the aiming system. I will be giving you guys my personal thoughts on the aiming system and probably displaying that to you guys when I get to check the next stress test, which hopefully I do get to, especially if I get allowed into the content creator server. So wink wink if any DayZ devs are watching this. If not, well, wink wink to you guys. You guys can have my fantastic winks too. Anyway, so if you want to check out the kind of footage I'll be recording for that, make sure to subscribe for that. Now for some more information on future stress tests. First off, they want to say that the next couple stress tests, so the ones that may happen in the rest of this week and also in the next few weeks, and they said the amount of them are going to really depend on how quickly they deal with the stability issues, which weren't too bad, but even just having a few of them can be very hard to fix. We will see how that goes. But they said they will be focusing, as in like when they do these stress tests will be focused on having AI, and that includes infected and animals involved. So this actual stress test, like I mentioned, did not have zombies in it or infected. The next one will, apparently, at least in the next couple weeks. Hopefully the next one does. I'm really, really curious to see these zombies. I want to see how they perform. I want to see if they have all the new features. I'm so excited because I actually think that what makes DayZ great is that when you're roaming around the world, even if you're not seeing players, you have this eerie feeling of just there could be a zombie around any corner. You got to be careful of every move because they're there, and that's just another threat in the game. And that's the point of the world, is that there's infected all around you. Also, animals and with hunting and all that, I think if they perform well, that'll be fun and just more immersive, etc., etc., etc. Now for this next part, if you want to go ahead and like do the old double tap on your screen and skip ahead 30 seconds or 45 seconds or whatever, or if you want to skip ahead, that's fine, but I want to go ahead and read the dev update from Peter. I want to read it word for word for a bunch of that because he had some really good wording on just how he feels towards the stress test and just towards the game in general. And you can really see the passion of the developers here. So just hear me out and hear out Peter in his wording here. So Peter says, yesterday, with the first stress test available for a limited amount of time, you had the chance to finally try out the recent build of the new DayZ, a build that will evolve into 0.63 stable, aka DayZ Beta, and its final form over the coming months. We've spent tons of time developing the new DayZ. He says, I personally call it DayZ 2.0, as it is significantly different, alongside with its predecessor, which was ultimately terminated with the 0.62 version that is now the stable branch. It was definitely a long, winding, and bumpy road, to be honest, and we're still not at its end. But I'm glad we were brave enough to take that road. And let me stop there and just go ahead and say what they mean by that is the fact that they could have stopped this game and just kind of barely finished off the old DayZ on the old engine, but they actually went ahead, and even though they aren't, honestly guys, this game is not making sales right now, they went ahead and spent months and months, if not years of work, and a big dev team creating a new engine in hopes that our community will accept it, even if it's 3 years later from when the game came out. And I don't know, I'm on board with that. Anyways, back to what Peter was saying. He said, versions you are going to be able to test out in the series of stress tests have plenty of new stuff and a whole lot of changes made on the granular level. It's clear and completely understandable that the new take on DayZ's game design and direction with most mechanics, features, and systems could feel inappropriate at first, and it create a lot of drama in the community and possibly even divide it. Now, I'm hoping these devs will go ahead and consider some of the criticism towards the aiming system, but that's another comment for later. Anyways, and he goes on with that and basically just goes on to say that they've implemented a lot of new features that just haven't been done in other games, like loading magazines one by one, and like eating food bite by bite, loading bars with that, tons of different management with health symptoms, etc. Lots of new systems with communication, and just so many things that I'm excited to discover and find in the world, along with this amazing ambient audio system that you guys just have to experience once you get in the game. And I'm so excited to try myself. So he says he's very happy to see and proud to see such positive feedback from you guys, as he was very scared to see, to see what players thought on their work that they've spent all this time on. So you guys doing the stress test, make sure you do constructive criticism, and I hope you guys enjoy it. The last thing he says is the new era of DayZ has finally begun. See you in Chernars, folks. I want to go ahead and throw in the one piece of kind of update information they gave on 0.63/beta. So if you actually venture over to Chernogorsk, or Cherno as everybody calls it, the old friendly in Cherno, one of the most classic cities of DayZ honestly has been kind of dead in the past years, and that's because like all the loot from it is just terrible. The city is so huge with not much loot, and it's just boring to be in. And hopefully the new changes they're making to it, along with the new loot economy that they're implementing, will make Cherno better, or at least more fun to be in. So they're actually doing a redesign of the entire area and landscape and everything, and in fact they've already implemented a new town hall. I believe that they've put new types of buildings in. The layout will be different. There will still be an industrial zone, etc. They say it's still ongoing. In fact, that the Chernogorsk will be changing all throughout the 0.63 experimental period. So while you can go there, you're going to see periods, areas of land that are flat, as they're going to be implementing new types of buildings, which I'm just excited for, because it means they're putting work into map design and not just like back-end stuff. So I'm very excited to explore the world, guys, because let me tell you, I've put countless hours into this game, and the world just hasn't changed much around me, so I'm excited to see these new areas, especially the Northwest Airfield, which I may or may not be including some screenshots throughout the video of what this new Northwest Airfield looks like, because this thing is massive with new types of buildings, new compounds, new areas, the classic air traffic control center, like that's in the middle of the airfield by the fire station, has been made so much bigger, and it's just so cool looking, guys. I cannot wait for you guys and me to go explore this Northwest Airfield. Like, I'm so hyped to go check it out. Also, he says that he has an update on the water courses. Basically, you can find a few areas where the new types of water flowing and sounds and looks to the water are across the world, but yet they've got to go ahead and implement it still to brand new locations such as valleys that go from central Chernars to the south, southeast, and east. And they're not ready to show any of those yet, but they said they will be available. Oh no, it won't be available in the first iteration of 0.63 experimental. But again, that's just one of those things that will be coming through experimental. That's the point of experimental, if you guys don't understand, is that they can try things out without all features being there. That way that when it comes to stable, it is ready to be there. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, make sure to drop a like and subscribe for more DayZ content. I appreciate you guys watching and hope to see all of you in my next video.